Hey toy fans, D21 Beast here, back with another toy review for you guys here today, and today we're looking at some Star Wars blind bag toys. I just got out of seeing Star Wars The Force Awakens in theaters, and I did enjoy it quite a bit. Stay tuned to my channel for my full thoughts on the film, but I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at some blind bag toys that I picked up just kind of randomly while I was out shopping one day. We have here some Eraseez, which I've never heard of this toy line before. Inside is apparently two different packs that'll give you an option of getting a Kylo Ren, a Stormtrooper, a BB-8, C-3PO, Chewbacca, a battle damage Stormtrooper, an R2-D2 unit, or a silver Kylo Ren figure. Looks like these are made by Bullseye Toys. And then the other item I have here appears to be some sort of blind bagged micro comic. Now, the cover of this does appear to be the Marvel Comics Star Wars comic from back in the 70s, possibly, where it originally had the Darth Vader in the green and kind of just offset colors that we're not used to with the characters. Looks like they've recolored it to be more movie accurate. Not really sure what to expect from this one aside from some comics inside and maybe even some trading cards here. So let's go ahead and get things started. The first one we're going to be looking at are the Eraseez. If I had my choice on the back here of what I'd like to get, I think I'd like to get a BB-8, and honestly that battle damage Stormtrooper looks pretty familiar if you've seen the film. I don't want to spoil anything in this video, but I'd like to get that too. So let's go ahead and tear this open and see what we've got. This bag actually feels kind of weird, and at the store you couldn't really tell what was inside this packaging. It just kind of feels really bumpy and kind of plush. Looks like we have here, we got a Stormtrooper, and we got BB-8, so I almost got exactly what I was looking for. Well, let's go ahead and get these guys out of the packaging and try to assemble them. Alright, so here we have the Eraseez out of the packaging, and these things look like they'll be pretty easy to go ahead and assemble. We do have a base here for BB-8, and looks like we have just some sort of decals that you can stick in the side of the guy here. Go ahead and shove those in. And there are no instructions that I can tell, so you just kind of have to look at them and kind of line up the pieces correctly and just do the best you can. Looks like I may have this one in a bit wrong. Let's go ahead and rotate that. There we go. And we'll go ahead and, so BB-8's head goes on here, and then we have a display stand for the little guy. Interesting sort of eraser statue. Let's see. Well, there we go. That's BB-8. And of course we have a Stormtrooper here. Let's go ahead and plug this guy into his base and stick his arms on. Okay, that's enough. And we got them all assembled. Alright, now that we have these guys completely assembled and checking them out, you can see that the paint detail is a bit sloppy on these figures, especially on the face of the First Order Stormtrooper there. Height-wise, it looks like they're coming in right about 2 inches tall. Stormtrooper, I guess, is a little bit taller than that. BB-8's head will kind of rotate left and right, and the Stormtrooper's arms do articulate up and down, but the head doesn't seem to want to move left or right at all. They also seem to be flaking pretty badly, so I don't know that they're going to hold up in your Trapper Keeper either. Anyone still use those? Let's go ahead and move on to the Star Wars micro comic blind bag. I really have no expectations going into this. Looks like we'll get one comic, one puzzle card, one 3D poster, and one set of 3D glasses. And looking at the back here, you can see what your options are. The comics appear to be some classic comics. The cards really seem like they could be anything, and seeing as how we're only getting one puzzle card, it's interesting that there seems to be 36 available. And then one of 6 posters, and then of course the 3D glasses there. So enough talking about it. I don't have any tear strips or anything, so let's pull in some scissors and get this cut open. And hopefully I'm not cutting through any of the paper product inside. It's really kind of hard to separate it from the top of the bag. And let's see what we have here. Alright, didn't quite get it. Pull everything out here. Oh, okay, here we go. We have Star Wars issue number 2 from the old Marvel comic book series. Now, I never read the original issue, but if any of you guys in the comments did, let me know if this looks like it's the exact same issue. The color work is pretty nice inside of this, actually. The likeness to Mark Hamill definitely isn't there. Carrie Fisher's a little better, so is Alec Guinness, but this should be a fun read. I definitely look forward to checking this out. And what else do we have here? We've got a trading card with Leia on the front of it, peering around, I guess, looking for Stormtroopers. And on the back, okay, we've got one of our puzzle pieces there. We have a set of 3D glasses, as promised, with some TIE Fighters and some X-Wings. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to show you on camera exactly how this works, but you've probably seen 3D glasses before, and if not, YouTube it. And then we have our poster here. The poster, I'm not sure if that's coincidence or what, but looks like we had the same sort of item that we had with the comic book here, just a 3D version of the actual comic book enclosed. On the back, it shows us all the different cards that we can get, as well as the different replica comics and the different replica poster. So, the way everything lines up here, it looks like you are supposed to get the poster that matches the comic book. So maybe that wasn't so much luck, but again, with 36 possible cards, you're going to have to buy this blind bag many times to have any hope of getting all of these. And in that effort, you'll most certainly end up with a bunch of duplicate comic book and posters you don't really need. But hey, Christmas is coming up, so you've got yourself some gift ideas. I've got to admit, this poster is actually pretty cool. They've done the coloring really well, and it works nicely with the glasses. If you guys happen to have any 3D glasses of your own at home, go ahead and take a scan at this poster and see how it works out for you. I'm really loving the way that the foreground and the background elements of this poster play off of each other, and the way that Luke's blaster effect has been handled in 3D is pretty cool. Alright toy fans, well there's my unbagging and quick review of the Star Wars Eraseez Blind Bag 2-pack created by Bullseye Toys and the Star Wars Mini Comic Blind Bag packs done by IDW. And honestly, while I don't encourage you to keep buying them to get all the cards, I say go ahead and give the Mini Comic Blind Bags a once over. For about $3, I think IDW is really giving you everything you pay for and maybe even a little bit more with this blind bag. But I do feel like those Eraseez are a bit of a waste of money. The disappointment I feel from that blind bag certainly stands as a decent reminder of what happens when any self-respecting Jedi allows curiosity and temptation to take over their judgment. Well, thanks for watching this review, toy fans. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys like what you saw here, please feel free to give me a rate, a share, and a subscribe. It certainly would go a long way to completing your Jedi Master training. And as always, you can keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram at D21Beast. Until next time, may the Force be with you.